Gacha is dying. The revenue is going down, with many new releases being flops after flops after flops. Now, is it a player thing? Have we outgrown gacha games? Are we tired of spending our precious time grinding for upgrades and pulls? No, we still love these games. Whether the game is turn-based, action, or puzzles, we like the gameplay and we like the many events these live service games push out. We like the summoning, we like the waifus, we like the husbandos, we like upgrading, progressing, we like completing stages and putting things on grind. Well then, what's wrong? Well, it's cause they also kind of suck, specifically the new ones. You see, pushing aside the surface level gameplay and the waifus, almost all gacha games are the same at their core, which revolves around the linear progression of your account. You summon, you level up, you do content, you grind, and you repeat for every new character. You can hop between games, but this is true to all gachas. The companies do not change this model because it's designed in a way to give you the sense of progression, but also limit your ability if you don't fork out the cash by using tricks like time-gated content and limited resources. The newer games understand this and just copy the leading game in their field until they die. It is this core mechanic, the progression of your account, that has become stale. It has become formulaic and frankly, boring. But how does slowing progression make the game boring? Consider this. Gacha games release a large cast of characters, but we all know that some of them are way better than others. As players, we are given the freedom to choose any character we want, but most of us choose the path of least resistance and follow a best character guide or tier list. We leave the game simply to a few smart people who determine the best in slot weapons, equipment, and allies. These smart people are fully experiencing the game. They are both playing the surface level gameplay, the combat, and theory crafting ways to advance further in the game, whether it's more damage or faster clear times. They are going through account progression, the core of gacha games, the core that most people, sadly, do not really play. That is, I'm sorry to say this, but many players, including me, are just sheep who follow these guides, and you can't really deny it when these videos easily go above 100k views in a week. We, the normal players, only experience the surface level gameplay because the game has made it unfavorable to interact with its core. And it's no player's fault, it's the game's fault. With limited resources, a single player cannot fully engage with theorycraft as they cannot test out their theories, at least without spending a significant amount of time grinding or spending money pulling characters, weapons, and their dupes. We, the players, cannot afford to waste our resources on builds that don't work. We rely on guides or tier lists because we need to get the best bang for our buck. But that method has rotted away the joy of the game. Again, no fault to anyone, but the over-reliance on guides has put more time reading about the game than actually playing the game. Am I going to tell you that Chaos Zero Nightmare is any different? No, but yes. CZN has a system that sort of breaks this mode, and that relies within how they have altered progression. Like other games, CZN has characters, partners, which are weapons, gear, and dupes. But one of its character progression methods is built within its surface level gameplay, their roguelike mode. For those unfamiliar, the roguelike mode in CZN is what ultimately determines your character's card deck. Going through the mode, your character starts with 4 basic cards and collect unique cards that will evolve in different ways and neutral cards that are available to all characters of that class. Whatever you collect at the end of that run, the cards, the relics, those are saved onto your character. This system allows you to upgrade selectively and alter your character to a different playstyle depending on your roguelike run. Now you could argue, then there has to be a best deck combo that maximizes your character. And you're right, there is. But that would require you to have the perfect run, which you won't, at least at the start. Now bear with me for a bit and I'll come back to this point. Let's look at some very popular games in the last few years. Slay the Spire, Hades, Vampire Survivors, Risk of Rain, and a most recent one, Megabonk. In these games, you go through runs and runs of the same game, playing different builds each time. You can look up the best item or the best build and what you want to make your run easier, but most of the time, you don't get those. What you get is what the game gives you. You have a set of restrictions given to you by the game that give you what you need to complete a run, but not exactly what you want. You make do with what you have. It may not be perfect, but you make it work. You are experimenting, and sometimes you discover things that you would never otherwise even consider. And it is via these restrictions when we players truly thrive in creativity and innovation. The game gives you instant feedback to your choices. You learn what works and what doesn't. You gain enough knowledge and you complete a run using something you thought of. But you did it, and it was all you. The game gives the agency back to the player, and that's why these games are selling like hotcakes. Back to ZZN. While there is a perfect build, what's going to happen is that you are going to play the roguelike mode again and again, with new and different runs each time, getting new and different cards each time, creating new and different builds each time. You as the player are forced to learn. You will experience builds that work, builds that don't, and builds that absolutely destroy the game. And it will be all you. You make the decisions that lead to your character's progression. You are taking the first steps to theory crafting. And the cost? Simply playing the game. And that is what players just want to do. We just want to play the game and goon. Needless to say, I'm rooting for this game to do well, but that doesn't fully matter in what I'm talking about. This game could also flop, but the idea is to introduce innovation in gacha games. This is not just having different gameplay like action versus turn-based, but the innovation to the core system itself that leans towards creativity and theory crafting for every player, and playing a game rather than chasing a linear meta path. This idea might just be what this genre needs to evolve outside of the current state. Anyway, the game comes out October 22nd, and according to the devs, you will get 200 pulls worth of currency. I swear I'm not sponsored, I just wanted to do well. But hey, Smilegate, throw me a sponsor. I'm Matt King Tofu, and thank you for watching. Now like this video, or you will suffer an electric shock. Peace out.